UFC, Dana White. He joins us now on the Sports Bash as Madison Square Garden. Dana will host the much-anticipated debut of the UFC, headlined it just announced yesterday between Alvarez of Philly and McGregor. Why, how important is it that you guys were able to get this fight for MSG?
Well, not just this fight, all the fights. I mean, I wanted to roll into, it's our first time. This is a milestone for us. Finally in New York after all the stuff we went through with the Las Vegas Culinary Union and, all the politicians out here. We finally get in this place, and I was coming in with a bang, and I just wanted to put together a good card. And obviously, for a lot of these guys, it's been their dream their whole life to fight at MSG. And Conor's one of those guys. Conor wanted to really fight there.
Alvarez, local guy here, wins the title. He wanted this fight. So, how important.
They both did.
Yeah,
yep.
No doubt. I mean, but what were there difficulties? What were some of the obstacles to get these two guys together?
There weren't really any obstacles. The big thing was was it fair? Conor just fought Nate Diaz, and the reality is he should go down and defend his 145-pound title. But Conor McGregor is a guy who always steps up. When guys fall out, this guy's ready to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. And he really wanted this. The champ, Eddie Alvarez, really wanted it. So I did it, and the question was, should he be down at 45 plus? Khabib was probably, he's the number one contender for the 155-pound belt. You know what? Khabib said, whatever, man, I get it. So I put Khabib on the card, too. He's fighting Michael Johnson. So it just made the card even better. I mean, if you look at this card, it's the best card ever in UFC history.
Stack card, and headlined, as we mentioned, Alvarez-McGregor. Now, you had mentioned, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Dana, if McGregor wins, he's going to get stripped of one of the two titles. He'll be one of only three guys to hold two, but he'll lose one if he wins?
Yeah, he's got to give up one of the titles. He can't hold on to them both. He's got to, figure out which one he wants to keep and which one he wants to give up.
Hey, Dana, let's talk about Madison Square Garden for a minute, because you guys had to go through so much to educate politicians, as you mentioned, about this sport, particularly New York behind the curve. Talk about what it means to UFC to be in the most famous building in the world, Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely. No, it's definitely one of the huge milestones for us in this business. And, it's a proud moment. I'm excited about it. And MSG has been, really good since day one on helping us fight all the craziness that was going on over here. So I'm looking forward to it.
You look at, too, you mentioned it's a great card. Woodley on this card. Everyone's anticipating what he's going to look like coming back into the ring after, that huge knockout he had last time. Stephen Thompson, he'll fight there. But if the people out there are like, all right, what's the hype? You got McGregor and Alvarez. What are some of these matches that you think the novice, the guy who's just getting in, which one is the one for UFC 205 that excites you?
Tyron Woodley just knocked out Robbie Lawler. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson just beat Rory McDonald and Johnny Hendricks. Devastatingly beat him. Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Karolina, they're both Polish. And Karolina, there's this big organization over there, right? And she was the champion over there. Joanna Jędrzejczyk asked me to go get her into the UFC. She thinks she'll do well. Joanna Jędrzejczyk is our 115-pound champion, and she is nasty. And she said she wants to prove to all the people in Poland that she's the baddest chick in the world. She's such a little gangster. I love this girl. And then we got Yoel Romero versus Chris Weidman.
Just signed, right?
New York guy.
That's just signed. That's just added to the card, right?
Yep. Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Kelvin Gastelum. Miesha Tate taking on Raquel Pennington, who's won 4 in a row. Frankie Edgar, another local guy, going against nasty Jeremy Stevens. Tim Kennedy, Rashad Evans. We got Thiago Alves and Jim Miller. And like I told you, Khabib, who is the number one contender at 155 pounds, taking on Michael Johnson, who just knocked out Dustin Poirier a couple weeks ago on television. First round.
Fight night was Friday. We saw Cyborg. You got Tate on this card. Are you surprised, Dana? Be honest, that the ladies – I had a guy walk in the studio today. I said, oh, Dana White's coming on. And he was like, I know the women more than I know some of the men. Are you surprised at your women almost headline, name-wise, resonate more with the average fan than the men?
No, because their fights are. I never saw it coming with the women to be so technical and so, just like I was explaining to you about Joanna Jędrzejczyk, just how tough and nasty these women are, man. It's awesome. And it's funny you were saying that, because right before I called you guys, I just got the ratings, and the ratings were great on that fight. So it's been awesome. I love it.
Dana, I'm curious. I remember when the UFC came to Revel a long time ago, and we got to see our buddy Dave, and that was cool. Will the UFC ever come back to Atlantic City, do you think?
Absolutely. We'll do a fight in Atlantic City. I was actually just there not too long ago. I have a show on YouTube called Dana White Looking for a Fight, and I filmed a episode over there. So we love Jersey.
All right, Dana White's with us. It's UFC 205. You got something in between, but this is at Madison Square Garden on the 16th. What are some of the storylines for this 205 that you're intrigued by that could set up another huge event for, something down the road for these fighters?
Well, obviously, all three of the title fights have big implications. Eddie Alvarez and Conor McGregor, Tyron Woodley and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Like I said, he just knocked him out, Robbie Lawler out in the first round, and Stephen Thompson destroyed the other two top guys in the division. And Joanna Jędrzejczyk, this is the fight to see who is the toughest chick in Poland. I love it. There's lots of. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, he could be next in line too to fight either Woodley or Wonderboy Thompson.
I think he has some local ties. Is he a Jersey guy? He got some Jersey ties?
Who's that?
Cerrone? Did he work out?
No. Cerrone's from Denver, Colorado.
Okay. There was a guy who worked out in Vineland area around here, and he fought on the 202 card or 203 card recently, and there was a lot of people. I was watching the fight. There's one of the bars around here has you guys on all the time, and the place packs up when he fights, but it's not sticking to me. But obviously, you guys got a couple big names down the road that people are interested in too. Ronda, what's up for her down the road, and will we see any more Lesnar?
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that Ronda is back by the end of the year. She took some time off, and then she had some stuff that she had to get done on her knees and her elbows, and I'm expecting to see her soon.
Anything on Lesnar? Nothing? One time only?
Yeah, I don't know. Brock came back and wanted to fight one time. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, Dana White, UFC 205. Don't forget 204 as well coming up. Madison Square Garden. Alvarez, McGregor. We appreciate you. I know you're real busy. We appreciate a couple minutes, pal.
It's my pleasure. Thank you guys for the support.